Hi everybody, I'm Thierry and I work as a full-stack developer for Live Reply. Together with my colleagues from the Reply Code Masters, we study, design and deliver coding challenges. In today's pitch, we will show how to use generative AI for solving the standard code challenge. There are many tools available to help us generate some code, like ChatGPT, Gemini and Bing. In this video, we will use Gemini. So, let's go on the website, registration is needed, and let's see some examples. Gen AI is really useful to simplify boring tasks. For example, every challenge starts by reading an input file. We can create this code by using Gemini. Write a code in Python that reads an input.txt file, save the first line into a variable and the other lines into an array. All lines must also be splitted with the space character. And here is the code with a short explanation. This works with different programming languages, so you can choose the one you prefer. This time, let's try in writing the output file. Write a function in JavaScript that receives a matrix and print it in an output.txt file. There are many ways of doing this operation, and this might not be the method you prefer, but it gives you a quick start that you can change as you like. Now, let's try something more challenging. What if I give him the whole problem and ask for a solution? Let's try with the problem of the Reply Standard Challenge of 2023, Snake and Bastions, and see what happens. Write a JavaScript code that solves this problem. First thing to say, these tools have a limit on how many characters we can input. In our case, it's 2000 characters, but if we add more, we still get an answer. That's because the overflowed part of the problem statement is ignored. Our statement is about 7000 characters, so be aware of that. Looking at the code, you see that the code is incomplete. The response is also cropped, but we can ask him to give us the missing part by typing continue or continue the code. Now it printed the missing part of the code. Let's quickly try to copy them in Visual Studio Code. As you can see, there are some inconsistencies between the first and last part of the code. So, even if you can give the whole problem and get a solver that you can later optimize, it's not an approach that really helps you to win and doesn't seem really that fun to do. So there is not much point in doing it and we do not recommend it. But what you can do is asking what are the steps to solve the problem. Tell me the steps to solve this problem. This can be useful if you are struggling to understand the problem or how to solve it. Finally, we can use Gemini to write a code that solves a small part of the problem. As stated in the previous answer, one step of the problem is find the snake path. There are many approaches for that, but we could say go to the nearby point with the highest score. Writing a code that does that may require some time to make it work, even if the requirements are pretty simple. So we can ask Gemini to do it for us. Write a function in Python without libraries, we don't want NumPy, that receives a matrix and a coordinate value, and return the coordinates of the nearby point with the highest value. Again, this code could be bugged. A complex request very likely will receive an answer that is not working. But with all the comments, it's pretty easy to debug and improve this function to make it work the way we want. This was our last example. We saw that generative AI doesn't solve the challenge for us, but it helps us to quickly write simple functions to solve the single steps of the whole problem, giving us more time to find smarter ways for better solutions. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching.